Hey folks, welcome back to our continuing coverage of the 2018 GAMA Trade Show here in Reno, Nevada. We are in the Peppermill Resort, and I'm Sam Healy. This is Cameron from IELLO.
How you doing, guys?
Welcome.
Thanks
for joining us
always.
here. And you have a very Viking-ish game before us. Please tell us more.
We have Raids.
Yeah.
This is a prototype box, but the art should be pretty much set.
That's cool.
Art's coming out. The game is coming out in for Origins, and we're really excited about it. This is a prototype, as I said, but we do have some pretty much finished product. This will be the ships that you'll be sailing around. The ships are going to be represented just for demo purposes by these little cubes here, but they will be nice actual wood pieces.
That's cool.
And then these little green cubes here, you might notice them from King of Tokyo, King of New York, but they are going to be replaced with these wooden Vikings. That will be your crew, your fighting force, basically your currency in the game.
Basically just two molds?
Yeah, I think there's two. There may be more.
Maybe more. Okay.
Yeah, it's not completely final, but what I also want to point out too is that there's going to be some really awesome
Metso
metal coins. Yeah, super thick,
very nice,
super clinky, really chunky and great quality. You know, at IELLO, that's what we strive for.
Yeah, it is.
So
cool.
So yeah, so that's just as a startup. That's what we're striving for when the game comes out. Like I said, Origins. The game basically utilizes a catch-up mechanic.
Okay.
So you start out with one age. These are the age tiles. You lay them out. See on the top. I don't know if you can see, but at the top is it says number 2. There's a 3 and a 4th age. So you play over 4 ages, essentially, which are rounds. You start off. You pick a start player, and you slot them in here to this little tile that also you will put out for ages. You just sort of randomly choose them, and then you just put them up on the ages so everyone knows what's coming up. And I'll explain those in a second. Okay. So those come up, and you start off the game. And so say I'm the start player. I'm the white player here with the white cube. Okay. I then can move anywhere on the board. And wherever I go, I have to stop there. Say I stop here, and that's my turn. I don't pick up this tile immediately. I wait. Okay. Because I may have to battle for that tile.
Oh.
So now Orange gets to go. Say Orange comes along, and Orange doesn't want to mess with me, so Orange goes up here. They stay. Blue now has to move. So say Blue decides, you know what, I really want that 3. They go, and they will go there, and we would have to fight. Let's just say they didn't want to fight. They started here. That's great. But the problem is that these would all get removed because they have to go to the next one. Okay. So he would have to go past me. He can't just cherry pick. These would get taken off. So he would either have to go here, or move along. Okay. So let's say they go there. These get taken away, and then he has to battle me for this is a good. There's and I'll explain all of them in a second.
And Blue is a jerk.
Yeah, but just say for purposes of
showing
you exactly, he wants to fight. So Blue would then have to put out one of their Vikings to fight. Okay. And then I can either just wave the white flag and move on, or I can say, you know what, I'm going to fight. Up it. I would have to put 2 out. Okay. Then he or she would have to put out 3, so that would exhaust all their meeples, all their Vikings, and then they would win, and I would have to move on. Or they could just say, you know what, I'm moving on, and they can move on and just keep moving on.
Does he have to start with only 1?
Yes, it always starts 1, 2, 3. So it really puts in an interesting mechanic because if you can sort of cherry pick a little bit, because if you know that someone has fought and exhausted and you're coming behind them, you can stop and just put out 1 and pick up the tile for pretty cheap. Gotcha. So say I move on and I go on up here, that's fine. Every time I move by one of these, I'm going to get, so the game provides mechanisms where you can keep getting Vikings.
Pick up more dudes.
Right. And so once I do that, then that's great. Then it would be Blue turns again. Now, if there's no one else behind Blue, Blue gets to pick this up. They would put that in their hold, but now you see that sort of covers up the shields. That reduces the capacity of how many Vikings they can hold.
Fewer number of crewmen.
But in a later round, there is not any in the first age, but in a later round, there are tiles that allow you to sell the goods. You take them off the boat, and then they're just victory points. That would be 3 victory points at the end of the game. Okay, cool. So I'll just explain some of the other tiles. This is just straight set collection. They're runes. So you just pick these up. You'd put them. They don't go on your boat. They would just go to the side, and you would have those. You can get a possible 15 points at the end of the game. These are really interesting. These are monsters that you're fighting. So monsters are cool because you have to commit troops. You can either just go, there's a little icon here that just lets you pass by. I could just, instead of stopping there, I could just commit one Viking and move on. Or I could stay there and then fight. So basically I would have to commit 3 of my Vikings to defeat this 3 level, but it gets me 3 victory points at the end of the game.
Gotcha.
Now there are other tiles like this, which are the axes that you would put on your boat, and then once you put those on your boat, that would reduce the damage by 1. So instead of committing 3 Vikings, I would only have to commit 2.
Okay.
You can never, even if I had like 5 axes, I wouldn't be able to just destroy. I always have to commit at least 1 Viking.
Okay.
Because you got to, kamikaze set them in there. Right. Let's see what else. This is cool. It's just first past, so it's got a little 2, 1. So the first person pass gets 2 Vikings. Second person gets 1.
Okay.
Next person gets nothing. As I said, these little mechanisms here are just reservoirs just to pick up Vikings, so you can get those.
So if you, for example, and I don't mean to break up your train of thought, but if you come, can you go straight here or straight here from?
Yeah,
from
you can go. You can go as far as you want.
Now,
but
if
then
you
you're
pass
stuck.
one of these.
Every time you pass, you get 1.
Okay, so if I choose to go here, then I would have gone. I've gotten 1 here and then 2 here, or do I have to stop here?
Nope, you don't stop it. It just it tells you to, tells you to move on. It just tells you to pass on. I mean, conceivably, you can move all the way to the end if you wanted to, but then everyone else behind you is just picking up stuff that you're not, because you're not going to be able to move again until they catch up.
Gotcha.
The sails are cool because the sails, obviously, this one will be better than that one because it has 2 shields. It allows you to keep holding allows you to hold more Vikings. At the end of each game, you're going to get a certain amount of, just for no matter what's on your boat, you're going to get a certain amount of Vikings.
Okay.
The sails allow you to increase that number by 1.
Okay.
So if I had these 2 sails, instead of getting 2 Vikings at the end, I'd get 4 Vikings.
Okay.
So, and that helps you replenish. So that's basically the game. There's some other tiles like this. This is a Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. It allows you to multiply the amount of Vikings you have at the end of the game for victory points.
Oh, cool.
And then when you get around to the end, the first person that gets around here is going to get 6 money.
Okay.
And those are just straight victory points at the end.
Yeah.
3 and then 1. So that's cool. And then these, they have other items, like whoever has the most goods will get first the money.
Gotcha.
Whoever has the most different goods, whoever has fought the most monsters and won.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of different ones that allow you to, like I said, you put them randomly, and then but you can see what's coming up, so you can sort of craft your strategy around that.
Cool. So is there anything else that the money's used for, or is it just straight points at the end?
I believe it's just points at the end, yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then, so you're trying to manage your workforce or your fighting force, and you're trying to move around and pick up as many points as you can. And it's very it might turn some people off just because you're fighting a lot. There's no doubt about that. You're going to be fighting, and it's going to be, well, who do I want to pick on right now? It's very much a pick on your neighbor type game.
Gotcha.
But it is very fun if you go into it understanding that and knowing that. I think it's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
all right, so box says it plays about 40 minutes.
Yes, absolutely. I think you can get it done even quicker if you know what you're doing.
Everybody's savvy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
About 40 minutes, and
So you said earlier Origins?
Origins should be out. We're targeting MSRP around $50, I believe.
Okay.
And it should be a pretty good release. I've played it many times with our playtest group, and we enjoyed it.
Very good. All right, so that is Raids from IELLO. Thank you, Cameron. And I think you guys are going to show us something else now.
Absolutely, Cherry Tree.
All right. And so now we also have Stefan from IELLO. He is here to show us the legend of the cherry tree that blossoms every 10 years. And yes, I did have to cheat and read off the box there a little bit, but that's okay.
Very well done, Sam.
All right, thank you. Well, take it away. Take us into this world that you have for us.
So let me preface that this is a prototype. It's not the final product, obviously, and I know that's why I needed my rulebook with me.
Okay.
It's because I want to show to the camera right here, I think. Right now we are playing with those little square tokens.
Yes.
But the final product will have those very cute little plastic flowers that
that's cool.
You can stack together.
Very cool.
So we call it Cherry Tree. Is a set collecting game, and the goal of the game is to collect those cherry flowers. And you have some of them coming in front of your screen.
Right.
You notice those screen has the little flap here, so you have a well protected collection. You cannot see what's in my collection, and so we are going to gather flower petal in front of the screen and in the back of the screen with 2 goals. The one in the front, you are trying to get the majority in each color, and you have 5 different colors.
All right.
With white and black being neutral or wild card.
Okay.
on the other hand, on the back of your screen, you are trying to have, the more you have, the better you score.
Okay.
And if you are below 3, you score negatively.
Okay.
So 0 is good, it's 0. But then if you get 1, you get -3 points. If you get 2, you get -1 point. And then when you get 3, you start to get cards.
Bonus points.
Bonus points.
Okay.
Now, one of the interesting aspects of the game is that if you manage to draw from the bag one of those combination of flowers, you can trigger the special effect. And the special effects are gonna allow you to draw 2 petals and put one in front of your screen, or behind your screen, or in front of someone else, because you might try to mess up someone else's collection because they were happy, they were not having any of something, and then now you put them in a situation where they have to collect more.
Yeah.
Or you take one from the bag and then you put it behind your screen, or the other option is you can move. You can take a flower from someone else in front of someone else, or in front of yourself.
Okay.
To balance the thing.
Yeah.
And there are 2 sides on those cards, so you have different level of the complexity with different effects.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Cool.
So now this is the final production.
That's really
that
cool
bag is the final production.
Yeah, that's really nice.
And on your turn, you are going to draw from the bag. You cannot draw more than 8 flowers.
Okay.
The maximum of 8. And if you draw 3 of the same, or if you have 5 different ones, you fail your collection. Basically, the tree is allowing you to generously collect its flowers, but you don't want to be too greedy, because if the tree thinks that you are too greedy, your petals are fading away and you cannot collect them.
So you're drawing 1 at a time, up to 8?
It's up to you. You can draw more than, you can gamble.
Okay.
So you would go, for example, let's say my first turn, I'm gonna draw 3. Okay, well, I already have 2 of the white one.
But right now you're okay.
Right now I'm okay. So I could stop and choose to collect those and put them in front or in the back.
Okay.
Or I can continue. So I'm gonna gamble. We are in Reno, you know. So.
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's do 2 more.
Oh, you're still okay.
I'm still okay. I only have 2 of the same, red and white, and I don't have 5 different ones.
Yes.
So I'm gonna stop here, and if I do that, hold on, let me double check that thing because I was confused on this one.
No worries.
You may choose one color among the flower you collected, put all the flower of your certain color behind your screen. So I'm going to choose to take the red and put them behind, and the rest is going back in the bag.
Okay.
And now it is your turn.
All right.
If I had failed, I would have to put back all the black flowers in the bag, and I would have to take 2 flowers in front of different color in front of my screen.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You said I can draw 8, right?
Yeah, well, you're gonna blow it.
No, I'm not.
All right.
Said we're in Reno, right?
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's greens. Yeah, that's greens.
Yeah, you're good.
Yellows. That's only 4 different, right?
Yeah, but you have 3 blue. I told you.
You win some, you lose some, right?
Exactly. So that's pretty much the mechanic in the nutshell. You go around and you try to collect. So there is partial information that you know, obviously. Yeah. The fact that you move stuff around, you can change, obviously, what people are doing. And also, watching what people are reacting to the change you make to their mix is a very good information of what they are trying to achieve.
Okay, that's cool. So where are we in the production alley for this one?
It's at the factory right now, so we should get it coming, so where are we? We are in March, pre-May. It's going to be around May, and the MSRP is $19.99, I think. So I don't know, 20 or 25.
So up $20, $25.
Yeah.
And you're looking around in May, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's cool. That is the legend of the cherry tree that blossoms every 10 years. So that's pretty neat. Like, this bag is really nice. Is it going to have this kind of like...
this is, yeah.
This is exactly what it's going to be.
This is the exact final product, yeah.
This is great.
I'm just only waiting for the flower. And actually, we just flew in some preparation sample from France. They arrive tomorrow, so I'll be able to show you the final product if you want to take some picture to show your readers.
Well, thank you so much, Stefan. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. And thank you guys for joining us as well. We're going to have some more videos here up for you very shortly, so keep your eye out for that. We'll see you guys on the flip side.